Hello, ALLPRO. Welcome to the 2021 virtual spring show. We're still very excited to be together in any way possible. In this way, certainly with a virtual show. Unfortunately, we're not in Shingle Creek in Orlando like we had planned, but we did put together a very compelling show for you. In addition, I'm filming this in a different location. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee at the Renaissance Hotel at a cool place called the Bridge Bar. This is where our stockholders meeting is going to be 6 months from now. In this Bridge Bar, I'm really looking forward to seeing hundreds of our members congregating and spending time together. We're really excited for this virtual show. We worked very hard to make sure that we can make it as compelling as absolutely possible. We have over 100 suppliers that's participating in our committees, and our suppliers work together to make sure that you have some really compelling deals. And you're going to find in the upcoming slides that there's many challenges this year that weren't there in previous years to put together those deals. And so again, I sincerely want to thank the suppliers for working hard with your own companies to produce these deals, and certainly our committees, our decorating committee and our purchasing committee that worked very, very hard. So hopefully you get to enjoy some great deals. Like other shows, we like to see our members visit all of our suppliers, and we're willing to reward you for that. So we're going to give you a $2 spiff for every booth visit. In previous shows or in physical shows, you normally get scanned. In this one, we ask that you engage the supplier. Whether that engagement comes in a video chat or a text chat, please make contact with the supplier. They miss you. They haven't seen you in over a year, and they want that engagement, and I think it's going to make it beneficial for you and for them that you have some sort of dialogue. Internally, we can track your communication, so there's no need for you to document it. We're going to know if there was a video chat or a text chat, so that's going to help. In addition to the $2, we did intermingle some larger spiffs that you're just going to have to find out where they are. We strategically placed them with many suppliers that went above and beyond, and we also wanted to show our appreciation for that and give a little extra spiff for that. So hopefully you get to find them all and get the reward for that. Nothing compares to our physical shows. It's most likely, or is, the best part of ALLPRO membership. We bring everybody together and you have that human interaction. However, there are some advantages to virtual shows. And one of those advantages are, one, you can spend 4 days at any time that's convenient for you and systematically go to each booth and really engage the time to see the content. And again, we spend a lot of time loading content onto these booths, whether it's new products, product videos, ways to educate yourself on things that you didn't know about particular suppliers, as well as great deals. So I encourage you to spend the time to explore the booths, click on the content, learn something. You can do it. Also, we have the ability to have multiple people from your organizations go to our shows. Take the time to have your employees that you think would benefit from it to also go to our show. Not so much to do the purchasing, but to explore the booths, learn more about the products, build relationships, contact the suppliers. It's something that would be very difficult to do in a physical show. So please take that opportunity and make use of it. And lastly, we have great show-only deals. So you have to go to the booth to see the show-only deal. And I would also say engaging the suppliers gives you the ability to obviously negotiate any kind of additional deal or something that may be beneficial for you or unique to your business. So please do that. And lastly, we invested a lot in our ALLPRO booth. Normally at a physical show, we have about a 56-foot run of ALLPRO merchandise product with great deals on it. Well, we have the same thing here, just virtually. Our 4 business development managers will be manning the booth, so there'll be somebody there during the show hours for you to engage and place the orders with. We have over 40 assortments that, between the discount and the cash spiff, could basically mean that you're getting it at 50% off. This is a great opportunity, one, to take advantage of a great promotion for something you're selling, and two, if you're looking to expand with the ALLPRO brand, it's a great opportunity to do it and have significant savings. For all of our new members that came in over the last 2 years that are working up to enhance or grow your ALLPRO brand, there's no better opportunity than this spring show at that virtual booth to see well-merchandised assortments at great savings. So have a great show. I'm looking forward to it.
Hi, I'm Elliot Greenberg, the president of ALLPRO. Welcome to the 2021 virtual ALLPRO show. The last time I spoke to you as a group was back in San Antonio in last spring, and little did we know that we'd be heading into a pandemic. We had a little feel when the 8th show was canceled at the end, but we still had a great last evening celebration, and we all were very excited about what 2020 would look like for all of us, and then it all hit. When it first started, I think a lot of us were incredibly nervous about years of hard work that our families and ourselves put in and our employees put in to make our businesses go. We didn't know if we were going to be essential, we didn't know if we were going to be open, and we worried about the health and safety for our family and our employees. Somehow we made it through, and in San Antonio at our opening, my opening comments, I spoke mostly about how great this group is and how unique it is, and the talent, the love of the business, the investment we all make emotionally in every way for our customers, for our employees, and how we have such an unfair advantage in the industry because of that. The big boxes, Sherwin-Williams, cannot compete with our passion, our knowledge, our ingenuity, and our guts. And now, almost a year into the pandemic, it's proved to be very true. For the most part, we have not only survived, we've really done great during this period. And I have nothing but in great esteem and admiration for everyone in this group, owners, employees, vendors, the ALLPRO team, how we all got through this together. I know a lot of us communicated regularly. We didn't know what the world was going to look like. We had to go curbside. For 2 months, we kept 40 stores not open to the public because our employees wanted that. And it was probably the best decision I've ever made because it really kept morale at our company very strong through this. And I know a lot of you did the same thing. It's not easy running a paint store without letting customers in, as you know. After 2 months, my employees on the whole said, Elliot, please open the doors. We can't take this anymore. They felt safe. We did all the right precautions. We got the sanitizer, and we made it happen. So I know all of you did that. We got an e-commerce site up right in the middle of the pandemic, like many of you did. So many things we learned as a group to make us stronger and better in the future. But again, we're going into 2021, and I'm more confident than ever about this group, about our vendor partners, and about our team led by Mike Bowden, who runs our company. As you know, we did our first fall virtual show, and it was a rousing success. I was involved with some other shows around the country. I know a lot of people were, and everybody commented that the ALLPRO virtual show was the most seamless of all of them, and it allowed our people to really buy more, and it was just phenomenal for the vendors and for our members. So again, great job, Mike Bowden and his team. I'd also like to talk a little bit about the ALLPRO team in Tampa. I've been privy to much in my last 2 years as president, and what Mike and his team has done during this is pretty incredible. They went through a lot of the similar things we go through, supply chain issues. They did a great job in getting us all we needed. Mike was on the phone 24/7. Everybody in the warehouse worked through this in all our warehouses, and just the team in the office. I was lucky enough to meet everyone there, and they have the same passion and love for the business that we have. So I think you should feel very confident that we have all the right people in place to continue to grow. So that's very important. The other thing I want to talk about is the vendors. The vendors have the same struggles we have. Getting supply chain, having COVID issues in their factories and distribution centers. And again, they did everything possible to help our group get through this. And again, I thank you so much. You are our true partners, and as much as I feel really close to all the members, I feel equally close to the vendors. Thank you for all you do for us. You are a phenomenal group, and I know your passion for ALLPRO will continue to grow as we grow. Being the president during a pandemic brings certain gratitude that being a president in the real time won't be the same. We helped as a team get everybody through this, and I will always remember being this year as the most challenging year of my career and one of the most rewarding years of my career. We kept a lot of people safe. We have 340 employees, and keeping them safe and healthy and working and bringing everyone back to work and actually adding new people to our workforce has been very gratifying for me, and I know for most of you it is the same experience. So yes, I missed the shows, but it's been great. I know Mike and I dreamed about getting together maybe in April and not having to have a virtual show. Probably by early January, we realized we were a little over optimistic, but we are very excited for Nashville in the fall, and we're gonna have a great party. I believe we'll be in a place we could do it, and it'll be great to see everyone's face. But very important to me is to let you know how honored I am to be the president and how much respect I have for everyone, how hard you work, how passionate you are. The big boxes, Sherwin-Williams, have no way to compete with the love we have for the business, the way we treat our customers, the way we treat our family members, our employees who we love so much. Our customers realize that. They come to us because we're the best at what we do and continue to innovate. Look at different ways we could grow our business. COVID has taught us a lot of new things, and I urge you to reach out to other ALLPRO members. We've used Zoom a lot this year to have more regular conversation with groups of people, and the learnings are phenomenal. We all learn something new almost every week. Well, we could do this in a pandemic. That might work really well when we get out of the pandemic. So this is our opportunity not only to stay healthy until we all have the vaccine, but really take our business to another level. Again, so much confidence in all of you, so much belief in our organization, and so much belief in the independent channel and what we could do to really take back the industry from the big giants. Let's all work together, continue to believe, continue to give ALLPRO everything you have, and work together, and we could achieve anything. Thank you so much, and have a great 2021 Spring Show.
As we do in the spring, we like to welcome our new members. Our new members are the lifeline of our group. And you always hear about the new members that come in and add their energy, but you don't always see the members that are exiting. And last year we brought in 12 new members, but unfortunately we lost 10 members. So we had a net gain of 2. So it's very, very important that we continue to go out and find great members that most importantly fit our culture and then can afford to be in the group. And our business development team did a great job. They found great new members. Starting with Stan's Paint Clinic in Idaho, AAA Paint and Supply in Arizona, Modesto Color Center, Inc. in California, Rosar's Paint Supply in Alabama, Sterling Carpet One and Floor and Home, North Dakota, and just recently Flanagan's Paint and Supply in Missouri and Dakine Paint in Hawaii. Great new members. We're so looking forward to your energy, helping to make this a great group, and most importantly, getting to know our other members. So hopefully I'll see everybody in the fall. To spend a few minutes and review 2020. 2020 will obviously go down in the history books as one of the most challenging years in modern times. It challenged us in ways that I don't think we ever could have imagined prior to 2020. Despite that, we rallied as a group. Our members, our suppliers, we fought, well documented in my last speech to you at the stockholders meeting. And as a result of that fight, we were able to finish 2020 very strong. I'm proud to say that we finished up 8.4% at $1.033 billion. We hit that $1 billion milestone as I reported back in December. And that's a very important milestone. That means that you are owners and part of this ALLPRO buying group that is a $1 billion buying group and certainly positioned to compete with anybody. In addition to the general purchases, we were able to grow the ALLPRO brand by 3%. Not quite the robust sales of the group in whole, but we were challenged with many outages. I don't think that was fully the contributing factor to a 3% growth, but it certainly had a part of it. But I'm very proud to say that we are at 26.7 million and we continue to grow the ALLPRO brand. And lastly, our distribution business. Our distribution business exploded last year. We're up 48%. We're just finished shy of 20 million at 19.9 million. This part of the group is continuing to grow and become more impactful, and certainly you're going to see more of that next year. As 2020 was challenging, unfortunately I believe 2021 is going to be equally as challenging. It's just going to be challenging in different ways. Starting with our suppliers. Our suppliers last year had many of the same issues that you did. They had employees being sick, They had forced shutdowns, and certainly they had to work very hard to make sure that they could produce products to meet the demand. Moving into this year, they never fully got caught up. And in addition to being behind in manufacturing, there's a burst in demand. Under normal times, when you're behind in manufacturing, it's very difficult to get caught up. Under these times, it's even more difficult. They can't rely on employees to show up every day when they know that there's a possibility of COVID. They're being challenged in ways of getting products just to make their products. And as a result, there's been numerous product outages. And that's something that you have to be aware of and you have to plan for. This year, it's gone a step further. Our suppliers are having trouble getting the materials that they need to make the products that you need. We're finding that suppliers are reporting issues with getting containers, issues with getting shipping, issues with getting raw materials to make their products, and they're being forced to compete with other suppliers for a limited supply of those materials. And as a result, their prices are going up. Since they have to compete and there's limited amount of those products, the prices are going up. Under normal times, suppliers can forecast, their cost of goods are going to go up and go to their customers in a very methodical way and pass along a price increase. Under these times, they're finding out after the fact that their cost of goods have gone up, and they're coming to us somewhat in a frenzied manner to try to recoup some of their lost margin, or just to be whole in their manufacturing process. So as a result, we're seeing more price increases than any time since 2007, and again, they're being delivered in a very frenzied manner. So we as a group are working with our suppliers. One, it's very important that we have healthy suppliers. It's critical to our success. But it's also important that we don't lose our ALLPRO advantage, or that we don't take a price increase before the market takes the price increase. So our team has worked with our suppliers to try to accomplish both. One, help them in their time of need, and two, process that price increase in a way that keeps our advantage intact. What I ask you as our members is pay attention. Understand that there's going to be product outages this year. Make sure that you have a plan for that. Make sure that you have another supplier that you can engage if the supplier that you counted on can no longer provide that product. One of the strengths of our group is that we have several suppliers for each category. We have great suppliers. And so if you need help establishing a relationship with another supplier to help you in times of need, use our office, use our business development team, use the group. We have multiple options for you, but please pay attention to the supply and your ability to get the goods that you need for your customers. And lastly, and I don't believe it's coincidental, I do believe it's a byproduct of the pandemic, we're seeing several suppliers be acquired by other suppliers. And what's challenging about this is the suppliers that are being acquired are normally suppliers that are very much aligned strategically with our channel. Not just ALLPRO, but the independent channel. And their focus is our members. And in most cases, they're being acquired by a much larger company that does not have that same strategic alliance. And this is something that's challenging for us as a group, and something that we need to work through, and we need to continue to invest. I'll say this more now than ever. I feel that we compete for these products and the focus from our suppliers against other channels. We compete with the home centers, we compete with the national chains to make sure that our suppliers give our channel and our members a proportionate amount of their limited supply. I don't believe that's going to change in the future. And a lot of what you're going to see in the next coming slides and the initiatives that we're launching is to make sure that this group can compete with any other channel to make sure that you're successful. Knowing that we're going to have to compete at a higher level and that inevitably we're going to be pitted against home centers and national chains, it's important that we continue to invest in this group. Very proud to say that hopefully at the time of you hearing this speech, we're getting ready to ship our first orders out of the Midwest Distribution Center. We're having our grand opening in March. It was a big undertaking to go find a building, make the investments necessary, get it outfitted for paint sundry distribution, and we're really excited that we made it happen and what it's going to mean for our members in that trading area. It means that you're going to be able to get pool buys more competitively. It means you're going to have access to the ALLPRO brand in a much more effective way. It means you're going to get general distribution goods at a very low minimum and hopefully next day service. So we're really excited about that. In addition to the Midwest, and announced in the fall that we're going to reinvent the Northeast. And since the fall show, or my speech in the fall, we were successful in finding a 35,000 square foot building in Sterling, Massachusetts, and we did sign the lease. Believe it or not, this one's going to open up rather quickly. We will be shipping our first orders out of there in September. So before you actually get together this fall, hopefully, at our stockholders meeting here in the Bridge Bar in Nashville, Tennessee, we'll be shipping orders from our new facility in Sterling, Mass. What's great about this one is we have numerous members in the Massachusetts market that can literally drive to this, and we have a pull-up ramp where you can drive your vehicle right there, and hopefully that helps you pick up products. And again, it's located in a great area where we'll be able to service the whole Northeast. And what's also exciting is we can expand what we stock. The Northeast relies on distribution very heavily, and we're going to be able to stock more and more products that you rely on in addition to our direct buying deals. That just makes us a more valuable group. As I mentioned again in the fall, we are launching our new signage program just to help you sell the ALLPRO brand. It did come to fruition at the time of this taping. It will be in our warehouses, and I do encourage you to get a catalog, see the many options that you have. How it's going to work is it's going to be on our ALLPRO website for the distribution center. All you need to do is just order it with a warehouse order. It's no charge. Please use discretion, because obviously there was a charge for us to produce it on how you use it, but we want to see it all go. We want to see it in your stores. And if you don't want to place a warehouse order and you do want this signage, all we ask is that you pay the freight or the mail just to get it to your stores. We're going to continue to look at this, perfect it, give you more and more signage that's really going to drive the ALLPRO brand. In addition to the signage, we're really happy that we're going to be launching our new training program. I talked about this last year, where we're going to allow your employees, whether it's a buyer or your store employees, to be able to learn more about ALLPRO and the investment that you made into this group. And so the first module that we're going to be launching is designed for your buyers, to help them understand the mechanics of an ALLPRO deal, how they're structured, from our cash discounts to our code, to our volume discounts, to our VIPs and promotional discounts. So we're going to help educate them so they can take full advantage of buying and get the discounts that they deserve. In addition, the first modules are going to help them navigate all of our systems, whether it's just logging onto the website, going to the distribution centers, contacting key people, accessing other members. The modules are going to make it easy so that they understand how to use ALLPRO. The modules to follow are going to help them understand what ALLPRO is, how it benefits them in the stores that they work for, as well as the ALLPRO brand. So look forward to that content coming soon. But to make it professional and meaningful, we partnered with a learning management system company that's going to put it onto our website, but make it so that you can have it on your phones, your tablets, your computers, and access it in a way that makes it fun to learn and easy to navigate the different modules that we have. And like I said before, I want to make it fun. I want to make it part of your standard operating procedure, that when you have employees, that you put them through the ALLPRO school, they become educated on the many things that we have to offer, and of course we're going to give them a nice certificate and a nice premium for their efforts. So look forward to that. Other technology enhancements, very important. Again, it speaks to a group that keeps investing, keeps trying to get better. What you're going to look forward to this year is that new member portal that I've been promising. For those who do the accounting, you'll know the benefit of this really quickly, as you can balance your bill much quicker. For your accountants that work for you, you can let them know that they're going to have an amazing member portal that allows them to do their own exceptions electronically, as opposed to handwriting them down. We're going to have a new payment portal, makes it easy to pay your bill, pick your posting date. It's not mandatory at first, but it's going to bring us into the next phase of being very efficient at our billing. In addition to the new payment portal, we're going to upgrade our SAP. Again, this is seamless. It doesn't mean anything to you per se, but have confidence that we're constantly upgrading our system so that we can interface with our suppliers better and make sure that we can process all the billings that goes, and so you have an accurate statement each day. A project for later this year that wasn't announced before, we're looking to upgrade our ALLPRO website. There's many features to it that have become familiar with so many people that is working well, so obviously we're going to keep those, but there's also many opportunities to improve it. and we're working with a company, Mercury New Media, and we're going to upgrade several facets of it. Namely, we want to make it so that you can engage a supplier and find all available promotions and have a clear and quick understanding of how the deals are put together. So look forward to that. I will say that we're going to go through a process and we're going to engage suppliers and members as well as staff to make sure that we get input from many people who use our site to ensure that we do the best job possible. And lastly, for our distribution centers, we've worked with a company that does an 850 spec, which basically means that you can go from your system to our system via EDI if you have an Epicor or CBC system. You don't have to go to our websites to place orders with our distribution centers. You can EDI the order straight over to our system. We've piloted that with several of our members. It's had a really good impact for them, just easy to do business with us, and we're looking to roll this out in a big way in 2021. One of my favorite parts of coming to you in the Spring Show is individual member recognition. For those who've been in the group before, it's great. We call up to the stage members that hit a certain purchasing plateau or sales plateau within the group, and we give them a nice plaque, and it's a nice celebratory moment for that member and the group in a whole. Unfortunately, we're here in virtual, but with that said, I still think it's worth recognizing the members that hit these plateaus. What's particularly nice about this group of members that I'm going to list is it's a nice mix of existing members, members that have been in the group and fought really hard to achieve these different plateaus, as well as new members that have gotten off to a great start in the group and quickly took advantage of our programs. So what we will do is, at the conclusion of this show, you will be receiving in the mail your plaque. And unfortunately, I wish, again, we were together and I could give it to you in person, but it still is very important to us that you get this recognition. Starting off with our $1 Million Club, starting with Bracken Paint and Supply in Dothan, Alabama, Mark's Paint Mart, Oakland, California, Santa Barbara Paint Depot, Santa Barbara, California, Chattanooga Paint and Decorating, Hickson, Tennessee, Drake's Paint and Supply, Medford, Oregon, Landmark Paint and Supply, Carlton, Texas, Roberts Decorating Supply, Sherman, Texas, Eagle Paint and Wallpaper, Inc., Englewood, New Jersey, Color Wheel, Inc., McLean, Virginia, Boone Paint and Interiors, Inc., Boone, North Carolina, Powers Tuckahoe Paints, Tuckahoe, New York, The Paint Warehouse, Bryan, Texas, Page Paint Company, Hood River, Oregon, Epps Hardware and Paint, Tallahassee, Florida, Huntsville Decorating Center, Huntsville, Alabama, Painter's Alley, Oak Harbor, Washington, Enterprise Paint Industrial, Inc., Enterprise, Alabama, Carter's Truro, Ltd., Truro, Nova Scotia. Congratulations, all those members. I will say this, several of those members pushed really hard just to get over that threshold. One in particular surpassed it by about $2. So it meant something to them. It means a lot to us. I'm very happy to acknowledge your achievement, and thank you, $1 Million Club. Moving on. Now jumping up to the $5 Million Club. Really excited for this list. There's members that fought really hard to achieve this, starting with DFM in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, Quebec. I probably butchered that name, very sorry, Gino, but congratulations on hitting the $5 million. McCormick's Paint in Rockville, Maryland. Monarch Paint Stores, LLC, Annapolis, Maryland. And John Boyle Decorating, New Britain, Connecticut. Congratulations, John Boyle. I know you worked hard for that. Moving up to the $10 and $20 million club, we have 3 members that we'd like to acknowledge. Starting with Helm Paint and Supply, Inc. in New Orleans, Louisiana, hit the $10 million club. Paint Shop in Mount Pearl, Newfoundland, hit the $10 million club. Great job. And Hirschfeld's in Minneapolis, Minnesota, hit the $20 million club. Now, for those who don't know, Hirschfeld is one of our founding members, so technically it took them like 60 years to do that, but congratulations. For the first time ever, we like to announce a $100 million club. And from speaking to Joe Policio about the early days of ALLPRO, hitting $1 million was a monumental achievement and certainly one to be recognized. Hitting $100 million was just out of the question. It was much larger than the ALLPRO group not that many years ago. So with that said, we're very proud and very happy to say that ALLPRO Decorating Products out of Edmonton, Alberta, the buying group within our group, hit $100 million last year. What an achievement. We're very appreciative of you being part of our group, and congratulations. You're just a very big and tremendous part of our group. Again, with all that said, plaques will be sent out to all the members, and thank you very much for your support, and the suppliers. The suppliers engaging these members help make this happen. We couldn't do it without you. Normally at this part in my presentation at the Spring Show, I take this opportunity to sell you on coming to the stockholders meeting. The stockholders meeting is something that we've invested heavily in over the years, the last few years, to make it really fun, and we're really proud of it. This is not a normal time, and certainly selling a stockholders meeting in these times is different. And I can't pretend to know what things are going to be like come October. You know, obviously we have decisions to make, which I'll always consult with our board of directors, but I am feeling very confident that we will find a way to put together a show for you. It may be a show that we have to go to great lengths to have social distancing and put safety precautions in place, or maybe we're in a completely different time where that's not even necessary. It's our desire to make this one happen, assuming we can do it safely, and obviously we'll continue to monitor. With that said, this is an amazing city. There would be no better venue to bring you back together than this property in this city to have a great time. So have a great year. Enjoy the Spring Show. Certainly a lot went into it, and I look forward to continuing our dialogue and getting together in the fall.